Good day, this is your girl Nicola Thompson coming to you again with another audio of one of my blogs that I wrote a few weeks ago. So let's jump quick into it right away without any hesitation. And today the topic that we're talking about is the deception is in the perception of the reality you wanted the mirror to create for you. So what is the moral of my blog that I wrote? What is the message that I want to get out to people, to help people, and even help myself? What is the message in my writing? So, mirroring someone's life to gain access to their abundance, but in the end losing it all because the mirror holds the secret to your deception. So, I'm going to go that again. Mirroring someone's life to gain access to their abundance, but in the end losing it all because the mirror holds the secret to your deception. So it's like a copycat, somebody who's mirroring everything you do. Get up every day to look, talk, walk, and be like you, everything about you. For some reason, or for some thinking, they think in their mind that one day they will be able to harness and get what belongs to you. Now, I've read some stories way back years ago. People would have tried those kind of scientific analogy, which didn't really work because there's one soul, one mind, one body, and we all have how many chromosomes in our body, and they're all made up differently. So the funny thing about it is when you hear people copycat people just to gain everything like they have, it's definitely telling you a little bit more about spirituality in terms of when people do things like that can be deemed as low vibrational. So, because in reality, how can you mirror someone to gain what is theirs? But some people have these myths in their head that these things do work. And I guess when people don't know more about God, they do things like that. So let me jump into the message. And the only reason why I can actually write about this, because this is something that I have seen, a pattern that I have seen. For some reason or the other, I've seen that it was actually reflected to me. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, could that possibly be the case? So of course my intuition jumped in and I was able to write this blog. So let me read the blog really quickly. Every day, Vodalina looked in the mirror and asked the mirror, "Show me who I am." And the mirror would immediately reflect her image. But that's not what she wanted to see. So she would say, "No. As usual, that's not me. I want to be her or him." And the mirror always did as requested and show her a reflection of Hazel, which is the other person. The mirror knew who she wanted to see. And because this was an ongoing process for many years, the mirror was not dealing with her tandem today. Hazel, on the other hand, had no idea that this woman wanted to be her so bad. Because from inside looking in, she thought Hazel had a perfect life, and she wanted it and everything that comes with it. It was a little out of the ordinary that she would reject her own reflection for another person's reflection. In the meantime, back at the ranch, Hazel is living her life using all the coping skills to survive and being cool and sweet soul, who would care less of who want to be her. So it seems, but Hazel got a twink of Vodalina's intentions and decided that because Hazel was dealing with an identity crisis, she would make herself less visible to help her actualize herself. But that was a mistake on Hazel's part, because Vodalina, who wanted to be Hazel for so long, used all the tricks in the book to keep Hazel invisible. When that was not enough, she sent people to guard Hazel in her cabin so she can't move. When that was not enough, she created unbelievable stories and presented it as believable and sell it to many. Now, she had supporters, and they too guarded Hazel. Somehow everyone was all pulled to who this Hazel was because this person wanted to be Hazel so bad. Hazel knew about Vodalina's actions all along, and the beauty and all along, and everything that Hazel has, Vodalina wanted. And Vodalina had everything that would take her places in life, but for some reason or the other, Vodelina wanted what Hazel had. I remember the Hansel and Gretel story. Hazel knew who was the source as to why she had all these guards. Vodelina did this for a long time, while Hazel go about her day and allow Vodelina to take such action that sufficed her soul. Hazel knew Vodelina will be taught a great life lesson soon because she had to accept and love herself, not want to be someone and portray that image. She had to love who she is as a person. So on this fateful day, she asked the mirror, "Who am I?" And the mirror did not respond. She asked again, "Who am I?" And at this time, the mirror said, "You are not Hazel." Vodelina could not understand. After doing so much, she still could not be Hazel. And the mirror, who I believe is the universe, did not deceive her. But instead, she thought she could deceive the mirror. She could deceive the universe by doing all of these things to become another person. That was the last time the mirror existed for her. Soon after her reality check, Vodelina proceeded to another plan. But wait a minute, Vodelina is not a female, but merely a male on the inside and a female features on the outside. Oh boy, wait a minute. It's on the other way around, or it could be both. The moral of the story is the reason we do not love ourselves has to do with who we are on the outside as against what we are feeling on the inside. This is the main reason why we want to be another person, because we don't have that balance with mind, body, and soul, both internally and externally. We choose to dislike one and want to fill it with another person. So when we look at the outside, if we don't like that, we want to look exactly like the other person. That's why we do all of these different things, because we want to look exactly like the other person. We don't love ourselves. We don't love our flaws. Short, tall, fat, fine. We need to love who we are. Example, we may be beautiful outside, attractive to the world, the external features may look appeasing to the world, but feeling a little off in the inside. So we look at another person's life and want to fill that void with that offness. So if we look at our life and we don't feel right here, we look at someone and we portray that. And rather than doing our work naturally, we come up with all different schemes and ways to get that look. And that, to me, could come from a little bit of somebody who have a little bit of offness, a little bit of mental issues, insanity. Because if you want to be exactly like another person, when you think about it, something is not right. Right? You want to be like another person. So let God's creation be. Since we are created in His image, we need to love who we are in the inside as well as the outside. We have to love ourselves. We have to look in the mirror and decide that this is who we are. And we're not going anywhere pretty soon until God said that's it and we're off the face of the earth. So we have to work, get up every day with that tenacity, that drive, and look in the mirror and say, you are wonderful, you are beautiful, you are abundant, you are prosperous. Look in that mirror and have that reflect back to you. Because the minute you want a reflection of another person's life, that's where it's not right. And on your part, you may think you're doing something well, but the universe is looking at you, that you're you're not fulfilled, unself-fulfilled in life. And they will bring things like that over and over. So every other person you see pass by, you would feel threatened by because you want to look like that person. So today, ladies and gentlemen, let us accept who we are. We all have flaws. Many, 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 many flaws. We need to love who we are as a person, accept where we are, and work on those shortcomings and those weaknesses so we can become better. Okay, this is my script, and of course I always close off by saying this was written and audio repeated by me, Nicola Thompson. And the copyright law is in effect. And anyone who who would have been found using my work, it might not be now, they might be getting whatever now, they will pay, and they will pay the penalty, because it is wrong to use someone's work and present it as yours. And that's what I want to say. This blog was actually written on the 26th of February 2023. I am reciting it today, the 28th. I just want to say, love yourself, because you're a beautiful human being. You're unique in every way possible. You cannot please the entire world. You cannot live up to everyone's expectations, and that's okay. That's okay in life. Be who you are, love yourself. And I'll see you in my next blog. Take care. Love and light.